are run-heavy teams. Pair of them tonight squared off when Rock Hill took on Alexander. And we have Michael Drapcho here to tell us if the Spartans could get their first ever playoff win.
Well, the key to this one, Justin, was going to be stopping the run of Rock Hill. You know, Alexander had to stop Chance Blankenship, Danny Long, and Brady Knipp. But Coach Penrod told me that he feels like the run defense is the strength of his Spartan defense. Now, coming in, the Alexander Spartans walking out of the tunnel looking pretty intimidating. But Rock Hill actually got off to a pretty good start in this game. On their second drive of the game, Chance Blankenship takes the handoff, runs through a couple tacklers, and takes it down to the 9-yard line of Alexander on this 28-yard run. And then Brady Knipp caps off the drive with the 7-yard touchdown run. That made it 7-0 Rock Hill, but that was all the Redmen got for the rest of the game. Alexander responds with Mason Chapman connecting with Lucas Thompson for the 50-yard touchdown pass. A 2-point conversion made it 8-7 Alexander, and they were just getting started. Trent Bradbury takes the ball for Alexander, shakes one tackler, and goes for 30 yards, and that would set up a Joey Barnes touchdown. Alexander actually scored on 4 straight possessions. A.J. Marks takes the handoff. He goes for 57 yards down to the Rock Hill 5, and then on the next play, we've seen Mason Chapman do this all season. Direct snap straight up the gut for the 5-yard touchdown run. That made it 22-7 Alexander, and the Spartans went on to win this one 37-7, Justin.
Well, coming into this game, we heard a lot about the Rock Hill rushing attack, but Alexander did a good job of slowing it down tonight. How did they stop the Redmen?
Well, you're absolutely right. The Rock Hill running game was the key to this matchup. If Alexander could stop Chance Blankenship, Danny Long, and Brady Knipp, they'd be in pretty good shape, and that's exactly what happened tonight. The Spartans keyed in on those 3 from the first snap of the game, and they swarmed to the ball on basically every play. You know, the main reason that Alexander was able to stop Rock Hill was that they won the battle up front. There's no doubt anymore that the strength of this Alexander defense is its front 7. And that front 7 closed up just about every hole for the Redmen runners. And early in this game, it looked like Rock Hill was going to be able to move the ball a bit. Blankenship and Knipp both got loose for a couple runs on the outside, but the Spartans adjusted quickly and shut them down for the rest of the game. And Coach Penrod was confident his team could stop the run, and it's pretty clear why after this game.
Now, we're used to seeing Mason Chapman do most of the work for Alexander, but it seemed like that wasn't the case tonight.
Well, earlier this week, Coach Penrod told me that offensively, the Spartans were going to make it a point to get all their playmakers involved. Joey Barnes had a couple touchdowns tonight. Lucas Thompson and A.J. Marks also got a lot of touches, along with Trent Bradbury. When all those guys contribute, it takes the load off Chapman, and that makes Alexander a dangerous team.
And we mentioned it earlier, Alexander and Zane Trace will square off next week. What do you expect from that game, Michael?
Well, tonight's win set a single-season record for Alexander, and I'm sure they want to add on to that record. But it certainly won't be easy for the Spartans. Zane Trace comes into this game undefeated with a tough defense and a powerful running game. You know, these two teams are actually pretty similar, and I have to say, I'm pretty excited to see how this one plays out next week.
Well, I'm definitely excited for that game, Michael. Thanks for the great work. And sticking with the Alexander Spartans,